All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and push this word in sincerity and truth worldwide, and a sincere shalom to the elect. You can't escape the facts, man. Okay? All the atrocities you sent us through. This is going into something about slavery that I had seen. I'll post it as the main thing there, but you're not gonna escape, man. Okay, and we gotta bring this up from time to time. Broken record, right? You shall not escape, man. You know. So let's get into this real quick. Just want to make a quick little video about this, because you gotta constantly remind these devils that, hey, you shall not escape, man. What you think you're doing? Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse hey, I should go to that too. 15. Woe to him that giveth his neighbor drink, that puttest thy bottle to him, and makest him drunken also, that thou mayest look upon their nakedness. Remember, that's the philosophies, right? And you push those philosophies on us heavy, right? Knowing who we were, stripping us of that identity. You know what I mean? Hey, it was part of the curses. Thou shalt fall away. What is that? Jeremiah chapter 17 and 4. Discontinue from thy heritage. But you were the train. Okay, you were that gravy train to push these things upon us, man. And then release a Pandora's box of many different gods on us. Because a lot of that African shit, you know, that was funded by the so-called white men, man. Okay? To throw us off. Yeah, you Egyptian, you this, you that. Okay? So we know you're guilty. Okay, you're guilty. You're not escaping with all those things that you've done to us, man. Okay? And like I said, the main thing, you know our identity. But you've pushed these, philosophies heavy upon our people. And you're the ones who puts that that drink to our mouths. Yeah, go ahead, drink that, man. YOLO spirit. Go ahead, drink that 5%er. Go ahead and drink that Malachi York shit, right? You all funded that, okay? Just to keep us lost, all right? Verse 16, thou art filled with shame for glory. Drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. But right now, the whole world is seeing you for who you are, man. Okay, everybody's identifying you right now as a damn devil, even your own counterparts. Okay, Satan against Satan. Even your European companions, however you want to say it, even them are turning on you, which is prophecy. Okay. But all these things you have done, and you think the Lord is one as altogether as you. But no. The Lord is actually rebuking you, man. And how is he doing that? Through the mouthpiece of what? His prophets, his servants. Okay? And it's a great thing. We're telling you what's going to happen to you, before it happens. And, your people are shaking in the bones, man. Even though they're trying to have a jolly old time, they're seeing, hey, shit, man, these guys are right. Look at the economy. Look at the state of this place. The worm, okay? The canker. Look how the streets are. Look how the infrastructure is. Shit, we're not as powerful as we used to be, And I don't give a fuck what you have to say. Any one of them people who have 401k and big job and all those things, they're sitting there at night worrying, scrubbing pennies. Oh shit, scrubbing 5 cents and 10 cents together, right? Worrying because, hey, what we're telling them is really starting to enter into their ear and shake them up. 10 years ago, they would have been laughing. Well, they were laughing, right? But now there's an eerie feeling in the air. All right? And Yapa Yahweh Shem Yahushai, hey. Revelation 18 and verse 4. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins, and that ye receive not of her plagues, right? Because the plagues that are coming upon this place is destruction, man. And part of those plagues too, dwindling down, circling the drain. Like I said, the economy, the canker, as you can see, the infrastructure is all fucked up. The worm that's laid underneath thee is done. It's finished, man. And you see that trillion debt clock? It's finished for this place, man. Okay? For her sins have reached on to heaven, and Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, have remembered her iniquities. Reward her, because remember, this is Rome all over again. And it's a revamp. A revamp in Revelation. It tells us that, he shall go out for a little season. This is his time. Hey, end of the world. Esau's age is coming to an end. Okay? 2nd Ezra chapter 6 and 9. Okay? Reward her even as she rewarded you, and double unto her according to her works. In the cup which she hath filled, fill to her double. Okay? And that's right. So all those wicked things that you have done unto us, Esau, okay, you think that you're going to escape, but the Lord has prophecy for you. And we're right now seeing the prophecies playing out. They're popping off the page like popcorn, okay? This is why y'all are shaking in your boots, okay? Let's get into some more scriptures. Because if you're seeing and have a tiny drop of understanding, then you'll know you be shaking your boots. And the elites, they're shaking in their boots, okay? But you peon Edomites, right? You kind of, but you can't see it, right? That's why you're laughing. You're an Edomite, okay? But somewhere in the back of your mind, man, you're hearing our voice. You're hearing our voice as these scriptures come out. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 10. When they're walking by on the street, doing their daily worming around, right? And they hear these scriptures. Revelation chapter 13 and verse 9. If any man have an ear, let him hear. He that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. He that killeth with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here is the patience and faith of the saints. Here's the patience and faith of the saints. So what are they patiently waiting for? He that go into captivity, he that leadeth into captivity must go into captivity. Okay? Shall go into captivity. He that killed with the sword must be killed with the sword. So they're shaking in their bones. Because what? Scriptures tell you that his bones are full of the sins of his youth. You all are guilty, man, and you know it. And you feel it deep down inside of you. Okay? That's why you say things like, oh, that was previously before. That wasn't us. That wasn't me. Job 4 and 7. Whoever perished be innocent. Reincarnation's real. Hey, Revelation 1 and 7. The two that pierced Yahushai. He said, don't worry, they'll be here when I return. Unless you got two niggas running around here that are fucking over 2,000 years old. Come on now. So what's up? What's up, Esau? So these things they're hearing and they're feeling them, in their spirit, in their bones, man. All right? And Yapa, man. You can't escape the facts, man. You shall not escape these things, man. And here's another scripture to hear. And hey, the Lord is the one that's going to turn the tables, eh? We'll tell you that from now. Because he goes, you guys said that you would do. Hey, it's the Lord that's going to put the spirit on men. Just like it's the Lord that's putting the spirit on your people to be weak. At one point, your people were strong. But now look at it. They're weak in the world. Everybody's looking and pointing the finger and saying, this is the gremlin, yo. This nigga right here, yeah, he's the gremlin. And they're not fearing no more. Because now let the weak say, I am strong. Jeremiah chapter 30 and verse 16. Therefore, all they that devour thee shall be devoured, and all thy adversaries, every one of them, shall go into captivity. And they that spoil thee shall be a spoil, and all that prey upon thee will I give for a prey. Okay, so don't, all you nations, that's all you nations, eh? Hold up a second. First Maccabee 2 and 10. What nation have not had a part in her kingdom and gotten of her spoils? All you nations, man. All of you. Okay? All of you are going to receive judgment. Thus saith Yahweh Power. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, man. Okay? So you could hate, you could try to pass your laws and say, hey, that's hate speech. It's not hate speech. Reading the scriptures, man. This is what the scriptures say. Okay? This is what Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai says, man. The power of the whole universe, earth, everything. Alright? And it gets us pissed off when 2/3 of our people, that's a long time ago. And man, you drunk. Okay? Going back to Habakkuk chapter 2 and 15, that bottle was put to your mouth, and you love those philosophies, man. Joel chapter 3 and 3. They have cast lots for my people. They have given a boy for a harlot, and sold a girl for wine that they may drink. Verse 6, the children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem, northern and southern, right? They have sold unto the Grecians that ye might remove them far from their border. And yes, we remove far from our border, man. Okay? But don't worry. The Lord's going to turn those tables around. Behold, remember that great gulf fix. Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither ye have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. And I will sell your sons and your daughters into the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabians, to a people far off, for Yahweh have spoken it. Yeah, we're going to be passing you niggas around, man. Okay? And we're going to have taskmasters over you. All right? Yeah, it's going to be grimy in that day for you, E. Do you try to escape these facts? You cannot try to, all this blending and all this bullshit you're trying to do. All the lies and all of the, Hey, man. Lord got a surprise for you, okay? This is why your elites are trying to build these bunkers to see if they can escape this judgment. They're not. You have to be stupid, okay? Obadiah 1 and 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee. And every time when slavery is brought up, oh, that was a long time ago. You guys trying to erase it. Pull it out of history, okay? With your fucking AIs and all that, the rest of that, okay? You're trying to pull it out of history what you did to us because you know it's shameful upon you. You want to say you're a great nation. How the fuck you a great nation when you had us as gator bait, African Dodgers, and so much other atrocities, hanging us, burning us, tyrant, put the tire around us, tar us, feather us, and burn us. And still up to this day, you're committing these things, man. But yeah, you got the gall to think that you's a good, righteous man and God is with you, and you're fucking crazy, yo. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever, man. Yeah, that power that you have right now in the left hand, it's gonna be cut off forever. Okay? You had your time in the Roman period. Shit, you came out of that, and look, you risen for this little season, okay? And this little season, like a carpet underneath your foot, is gonna be yanked quick. You're not even know. You're just gonna see the world tilting. Okay, meaning your vision is as you're falling back. You're like, what the fuck is going on? Oh yeah, okay. And this is the patience of the faithful saints, man. Okay? We ain't out there exacting no violence against you. We ain't up there, carrying guns at camp and knives and beating sticks and all types of stuff. No. We're just going out there, preaching this word, That's it. Following in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Okay? So, Isaiah chapter 47 and verse 6. I was wroth with my people. I have polluted my inheritance and given them into thy hand. Thou didst show them no mercy. Upon the Asians hast thou very heavily laid thy yoke. Okay? So you show no mercy against our people, man. And what do you think? The Lord's going to show mercy to you? He that show no mercy. How are you going to expect mercy from the Lord, man? Okay? How could you? How dare you? Ezekiel 35 and 5. Because thou hast had a perpetual hatred. Remember, going back into Genesis 27:41. And thou, Slakia, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. And boy, best believe Revelation 6 and 4. And they should be like madmen, sparing none, right? A great insurrection on those who fear the Lord. They're going to do this again. This is why Romans 15 and verse 4 is stated how it's stated, man. Written aforetime for who's learning? For the elect, okay? For the ones who understand. Lord, will we be the elect, okay? Verse 6, therefore, as I live, saith Yahweh power, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee, since thou has not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. A bloodbath, a mountain bath, man. That means, you know what that means? Game over. Offline. Okay? Yup, let's get that real quick. Amos, chapter 1 and 1. 1 and 11, Salakia. Thus saith Yahweh, for 3 transgressions of Edom, and for 4, I will not turn away the punishment thereof, because he did pursue his brother with the sword. Remember, Moses wanted to pass through, and Edom came out. So no, get the fuck out of here, right? And guess what? For all these years, he been pursuing us with the sword. Romans 15 and verse 4. History repeats itself, man. Okay? Hey, it tells us that nothing new underneath the sun. History repeats itself. And did not cast off all pity. And his anger, Slakia, and his anger did tear perpetually, and he kept his wrath forever. Okay? And that wrath was kept forever, against us. Okay? Mainly against us. Yeah, he shit on these other nations too. Even his own people. But all that hatred and all that, fuss was against us. He sold his birthright. That's your fault, nigga. You don't got no goddamn patience. I'm not sorry. Fuck you. You sold your birthright. Okay? And you're supposed to be as an elder. Okay? Look how you have the mind of a child. Okay? You really, in spirit, you're a child. And we're really an elder. Okay? And that shows, your attitude shows, man. You shall be known by your fruits. Hey, what can you say? What can you say, eh? Psalms chapter 50, I should have read it in the NLT. But, 21, these things hast thou done, and I kept silent. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such as one as thyself, but I will reprove thee, and set them in order before thine eyes. The scriptures tell you, in the NLT, says, while you did all this, you thought I was one together as you, right? But he said, I will rebuke thee, or reprove thee, right? And where it says set in order before their eyes, says that I am listing all my charges against you. And once again, how's the Lord listing all his charges against Esau, Edom? How's all this shameful spewing being brought out? All this history being displayed and put on wax? It's through the spirit of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai and through the mouthpiece of his prophets, his servants, the prophets. Starting with, Ava Bivens on to our elders, man. Okay? And on to the elders, the bishops, the sincere Akim. You know what I mean? All this information is spewing out. Like, when you cut a bag and the bag full and you just go zoom and the water go psh, it's all coming out right now. Okay? On Esau, Edom, man. Heavy. To where the nations are looking and saying, tis, tis. You understand? So yeah, man. All the wickedness, you can't escape these facts, man. Facts. You can't escape them, man. And now it's your turn. Coming soon. Okay, because right now, sentencing period. We're listing all these charges against you. And Yahweh Hashem Yahushai is going to bring the kibosh, the big chop. Like a chicken on the chopping block. You understand? So with that, it said you, Slakia, you can't, Slakia Akim, can't, okay, it's the devil, you can't escape the facts, okay, and yeah, you escape the facts, meaning you tried to hide, but you can't escape the facts, all right? Your downfall is here. Your downfall is now, man. It's over for you, Okay? The Lord is that's it. Remember, end off on this scripture. Job chapter 14 and verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. And that's it, man. All praises, all honor, all glory be unto Yahweh. Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Rokah, Kodash. Double honors to the apostle elders of Great Millstone that rule well. Peace and salutation to all the Akim doing and pushing his word in sincerity and truth worldwide. And a sincere shalom to the elect. I hope you are edified, Akim. Lord willing, to the next time. Abad Babam. Shalom.